So yeah, here we are on Thursday, and just about 10 minutes ago, we had some news came out on the U.S. economy, and of course, the high impact news will affect the movement of our currencies, our commodities. Especially, we're watching it for gold. A lot of people trade gold, and that's the chart we're looking at now. Is XAU USD, and this is the 4-hour chart, as you can see there. And what we're looking at was some bad news for the U.S. economy. Unemployment wasn't much different than what they expected, but the GDP, the gross domestic product for the fourth quarter of last year was much lower than the actual what the actual was much lower than the forecast. It was much less than what they expected, and a lower GDP was not good for the U.S. And so that's why we see this movement in gold here, starting at about 2780 when the news came out. We're moving up to 2784 now, already moved up $4. And you can see that top yellow line there. It's the ATH, the all-time high from last year of 2790. And I'm pretty sure we will hit that today, especially when the U.S. session opens and all of the trading gets moving and there's more volume in the market. And with the bad news from the news that we just had 10 minutes ago, I expect we can probably hit 2,800. It wouldn't surprise me at all because that was bad news for the U.S. economy, the GDP being much less than they expected. So 2790 is next. And then if you're cheering gold to go up, is 2,800 is likely to hit today. If something should go haywire and go crazy, then of course we do have support levels. We have support at 2759, and that was resistance yesterday. But ever since the Asian market opened, they've just been bullish. It's been bullish all day. London really pushed the price up, and now it's still going up. The U.S. market has just been open for a little while, and the stock market will open in about 45 minutes. Gold has been bullish all day. We had this drop down in gold yesterday, and that was because of the FOMC and the all the talk from Jerome Powell. And he shakes up the market, so gold fell down, but then after they finished with that, then it started to come back up, and it's been bullish all day. So support at 2759, and then support also lower than that previously. Just earlier this week, we had support at 2735. But now we're looking at heading for that all-time high. Now it's at 2783, 2784, and heading for 2790. So let's just briefly look through the major pairs. First, the Euro US. This was resistance, 1.0414, but there was good news on the European economy just about half an hour ago. They decided to lower the interest rate 25 basis points. So that's been some good news, not tremendously fantastic news because that's what they expected, that the interest rate would be lowered. So it's kind of what they say, the price was built in. And so we haven't seen much movement in that. But what you see from the last 3 days is strange. It's a lot of indecision in the major currency pairs, most of the major currency pairs. A lot of indecision. Although I was expecting last week, and I gave my analysis on YouTube, for the major pairs to be very bullish. And they started off in the week, they were bullish, but now there's seems to be some indecision in the market. But so I'm not going to touch the major pairs until I get a better, clear indication of whether they're going to continue their bullish run or they're just going to go bearish like they were for a long, long time. And they're all the same except for one. Odd US is the same. You've got resistance now at 62.38, 0.6238. And, just trading in this very tight range here for the last 3 days. And the New Zealand US is the same, trading in a very tight range here. It's right around our support resistance zone of 56.48, 0.5648. And then, but I'm not going to do anything with these. I don't recommend that you do. Let's wait and see. When you get this consolidation like this, it's better to wait and see. Sit on your hands, wait and see until we get clear direction. We want to see a move like this or a move like this, but just going sideways is no good. You just get stuck in a trade. The pound US is the same. It was very, very bullish, but the last 3 days, starting right here, just down and up a little bit, down a little bit more, up, back up, really in a very, very tight range. So right now on the pound US, we have support at 1.2420. And then the USD CAD is pretty much the same with support at 1.4400. It looked like it might be starting to move down, but then the last 3 days it's come along here, and then we had some news on the Canadian economy yesterday, and that shot the USD CAD up because it was bad news for the Canadian economy, but then it fell right back down to where it was. Okay, so really we're in this very tight range here for the last 3 days. Still no clear direction on the USD CAD. However, if you look at the UJ, this one is giving us the price is telling us that it's going to continue down. And I did say in my weekly analysis on my YouTube channel, on the weekly analysis video, that I'm short on the UJ. All right, and this one is doing what it started out doing, and it's continuing down. We had a little bit of a pullback here because of some news. Then it went sideways, and now it's continuing its downward path. And I'm expecting this to go a lot lower. So I've been holding on to this UJ for all this week, and I expect to hold on to it for at least a couple more weeks. Of course, things can change, but I am long-term short on the USD JPY. And let's see why that might be. If you want to go short, wait till it pulls back. It's already dropped very hard today. Wait, this is from here all the way down to here. Wait till it pulls back to the first resistance level of 154.624. 154.624. That would be a good place to put a sell limit right there at resistance, 154.624. Okay, so why is the UJ doing what it's doing? Well, let's look at the DXY, which is the US dollar index. Okay, the dollar is losing strength. It went up a little bit today, but now they're giving all of that back. And it's been going down for some time. The US dollar dropping, okay, you get the pullbacks, dropping again, then you get the pullback, now starting to drop again. So the US dollar continues to lose strength, and that's what I said in my weekly analysis video last Sunday. The US dollar losing strength. And then if you look at the JPY basket, which is the Japanese yen, compared with other major currencies, it's going like a hammer to Hades, okay, going like a rocket. And so the weakening of the US dollar and the strengthening of the Japanese yen, that's why we see this one, okay, with the UJ falling down like it is. And I expect that we have further to go. That's why I'm going to be holding on to the USD JPY for the next couple of weeks. I'm short the USD JPY. All right, and that's the only major pair that makes any sense. The others, the euro, the AUD, the New Zealand, the pound, they don't make any sense. So there's no clear direction on those other major pairs. And then let's look back at gold before I finish. Oh, here we go. It's kind of stopped there at 27.84, but the stock market hasn't opened yet. We need Wall Street to open, and that will happen in about 35 minutes. And then when Wall Street opens, we'll probably see another big push up, possibly. Of course, anything can happen. And then let's look just quickly at a couple of cryptos. Bitcoin has made a nice big move since late yesterday, and that's come up now back to a normal level. What we're expecting to see Bitcoin hang around the 105 zone. Okay, 104,914 right now, but this is what we like to see. It did drop down to a low of 97,000 last week, but now back up to 105,000. And then the XRP, which I keep telling everybody about, that one has gone sideways for the last couple of days. It did make a big move up earlier in the week, but now is going sideways. But right now is a good time to get some more of XRP. If you trade crypto, if you hold crypto, it's a good time to have XRP. It's likely to start moving up to higher prices when we get into the altcoin season. And just out of curiosity, look at the Trump coin. Not doing anything. This was a rug pull. This is what they call a pump and dump. Somebody makes a lot of money and then they just pull the rug out from everybody else, and now it's doing nothing. Okay, so back up to gold before I close out. 27.84 and a little bit, almost to 27.85, almost to our all-time high there of 27.90. So I hope this video will help you. Don't forget, you can get my weekly analysis on this channel, youtube.com/@rickray. I do that every Sunday for gold, the major pairs, and some cryptos. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you'll be notified when I make one of the videos. And I do appreciate you being here. If you got any comments or questions, leave them below and I will get back to you. I hope you have a great trading session wherever you are in the world. And thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and love this video. Okay, see you again next time.